Jewel,
Yeah.
kind of along those lines, but it's some shit that nobody would possibly know any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Pun, and we're talking about G Rap, because we're talking about Pun, we're talking about G Rap, because
That's right.
Pun make me make a fucking a turn into the rapid fire because he just blew it up like that. But anybody who knows that G Rap was doing a similar style, and then Pun extended it or whatever.
Correct.
So with that in mind, let's go to maybe 2001. Devastating Tito had just did a song with Coogee Rap, AZ, and Nas.
Oof.
Um, it's called Papa Collar. So I was in
Okay.
the studio, when they did it. So that's when we started doing the Iron Class shit. So we writing. So he's like, nigga, I need you killing shit. I need you multi 4-syllable rhymes.
Yeah.
I need nonstop. Like, all right, fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So we writing. So at some point, this is a great fucking story, bro.
Yeah.
At some point, um, there's a couple of stories that intertwine.
Okay.
We did a song called Floss Game with Big Daddy Kane, right?
Mm.
He came, I told that story. He did the fucking thing in one fucking shot.
One take.
Did the whole thing, right? That beat was made by somebody, right?
Okay.
But when Tito sent me the beat, we was moving. So the nigga gassed me. He said, "Yo, we're gonna be on the track, me, you, and Big Daddy Kane," which that part was true.
Okay.
This is the track. That part was true. But that motherfucker told me that Timberland produced the track. So I'm writing my ass off. And we did the joint. So we did the joint.
Yeah.
Came to the studio. I did my shit. I had to do punches. I had to do punches.
Right.
So Kane comes in. He runs through it one time, and then he, all right, go. Y'all cats talk about what a bench did. Forces didn't cheers. Y'all the bitches. And this, law defenseless, against this. Put them in the clinches. Nobody wins this. I see where your heart to be regarding me. Water be pumping through your artery. Back chicks in a large degree. Matter of
Mm.
fact, y'all pardon me. One shot. Boom. All right. So we do the record. And then after that, I find out who really made the record. So who really made the record was a 13-year-old kid who was the son of, rest in peace, Kango from UTFO.
Whoa. At that
Got it?
time, he was
So
13.
Kango's son made the beat. I don't know where he is right now, but that kid was at 12 years old or some shit. He gave us this beat that we did with Big Daddy Kane,
Yo.
right? So he gassed me. We did the shit. So then eventually he tells me, I'm gonna take you who really did the beat. So he takes me to this fucking house in Jersey somewhere, a PA, I think it was a PA, and he opens the door. Kango from UTFO opens the door. His
Damn.
son had did the beat, right? Now check this out. It's a lot.
Right.
This shit was kind of awkward because for years I've been going around telling a story about how UTFO used an idea that we had. Our shit was called Yvonne, and in that footage of us in 1983,
Mm-hmm.
I'm rhyming about a girl named Yvonne, and my man he's interrupting me like, "Nah, you're fucked up." Blah, blah, blah. Then my other man jumps in, so it was a whole three-way rhyme about this girl, and the name of it was
Mm.
Yvonne, which I got from Yvette with Grandmaster Caz,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yvette. Got you.
Grandmaster Caz, Yvette. I did a story changing it into "We all fucked her."
Mm-hmm.
Paradise, God bless him. After we disbanded, he was, he was in all the movies. He was in Crush Groove. He wrote books. He's the head curator for the Hip Hop Museum. He knows everybody.
Wow.
But at that time, he told a young UTFO, "Yo, why don't y'all do this rhyme? Kind of like the way we did it, but and then I guess they twisted up to, instead of they all fucked her, nobody fucked her.
Got you.
So that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
The
But they
Roxanne
did it,
joint.
and it was based on our shit, right? So now everything came out of that. Roxanne Shantae,
Damn.
Juice Crew, Magic, all that sprung out of responding to UTFO. UTFO wrote the shit off Yvonne. Yvonne, I wrote off Yvette. All right, but I got off track. So, we approached UTFO,
Uh-huh.
and they came to the Stardust Ballroom in the Bronx. And I was like, these niggas ain't coming to my hood, getting on stage and doing that rhyme. So me and my man, we had a routine.
Hmm.
You know how I write, bro. I write very specifically.
Yeah.
So I flipped Roxanne into the instrumental, and we wrote a whole routine for the first two bars, breaking them niggas down. So we get to Stardust Ballroom, they perform, everybody's going crazy. They get off stage, they start walking. We run up, we bum rush the stage, we grab the mics. Yo, bitch ass niggas, come back. That nigga stole our shit. These niggas had the bodyguards. They had the bodyguards. Nigga, I don't think the bodyguards had to fight because they were so big.
Right.
So all of a sudden, see, motherfucking monsters turn around and come back in the crowd. They get back on our stage with us. We ready to fight. It's going down and shit. All right. You can check some of these references later.
Right.
The promoter was a dude called Poppy. Poppy was partners with Ray Chandler,
Okay.
Black Door Productions. These are the ones that promoted all the parties for Cold Crush and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
Manor, all that shit. So he was my DJ's father. So he hooked us up with the show. My DJ was the Grand Chop DJ T Rock, rest in peace.
Mm.
It was his father. So Nick grabbed it. He was like, yo, if you do this shit, I'm not booking y'all for no more shows. They came here as partners with me, and if you do this, it's gonna fuck me up. So we just shut it down.
Yeah. Nah, wow.
So I'm carrying all this in my head when Kangols from UTFO opens the fucking door. So I ain't saying nothing because I wasn't gonna play my man. You know what I'm saying? Like he brought me there on basis he knows him. So I'm gonna play my part, and I'm not gonna say, yo, motherfucker, And besides, Paradise gave them the idea, so it was a good idea.
Right.
But I was salty for a lot of years because in my mind, my writing and my imagination could fuel a fucking empire.
Yeah.
And it did for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
But did you guys ever have a sit down and just kind of clear that air after all those years?
No, I never mentioned it. I never fucking mentioned it.
Really? So he opens the door.
But me and Kango was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he passed away. You know what I'm saying? But I never brought it up.
So y'all just, but you knew that he knew. Y'all definitely was like aware of who you, because you knew who he was and knew, had that animosity to a degree.
He didn't know who. He had no idea.
So technically, he didn't even know that he just opened the door to the dude that was on stage that day, getting ready to go buck wild.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, I should have been like, yo, you remember that day? Because he would remember. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had
him turned the fuck around and got back on stage.
Yeah, I had a moment like that.
I give him that though. They didn't front. They didn't shy away from a battle.
Yeah. Nah, they came back. Clearly, they turned back around. But you know what? It's cool that in hindsight, you was able to go there, and even though he didn't recognize you, you still knew you was like, you know what? Technically, it was kind of your bad because you, in my opinion, because you got the inspiration from Vet, and they got the inspiration from y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might have also had it from Vet too. I mean, everybody knew it Vet. You know what I'm saying? So,
but the only thing that it was like the name of a girl was the title, but that's the only thing that makes it the same.
Gotcha.
In our case, what made it the same is that we were arguing. It was the first time. I mean, Cold Crush had done something like that before, but it was the first time that, like, shut up and let me tell them what I got to say, man. Yeah. And like, we were cutting each other off and rhyming, interrupting each other. You know what I'm saying?
That was dope.
So that was something new. You know what I'm saying? And, EMD, yeah, what's up, man? They go that girl, so they were doing the same formula.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Paradise played the tapes for them, but it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just an irony of how things go around. And a person like me who never had a hit record, I still influenced the culture in huge ways that nobody knows about.
Planting a seed, brother. But you know what I also take?
Let me get to one more.
Yeah.
And it's ill because it's connected to the day I met Devastating Tito. Okay, first of all, let me go back to this one. We had a record called, in 1986, we had a record called, this is it. This is Yvonne. This is Who's the Captain and Yvonne and Corey.
Wow.
Who's the Captain is I wonder who.
Oh, right.
They play it. Red Alert used to play that and Yvonne and Corey, and then Marley Marl used to play that. And
I remember that record. I remember that record. I was listening to Red Alert every weekend, Clockwork. So
yeah.
yes,
and we would go argue, about who's the captain. Oh, I'm making a crew. The captain is who? Who's the captain? What? Like some Abbott and Costello shit, right? So I was the microphone prince. So Marley and Magic was playing it because Master OC. No, this is before I met OC. My manager Ron Seaborn was close with Fly Ty. They did tours and all that stuff. So Fly Ty was the one who started playing the record. So Ty was trying to get me a deal. We were on a small independent label, which I signed at 17 years old.
Wow.
My mother had to sign for me to be on that contract. So I might have been the youngest Puerto Rican to sign a solo deal too. But
yeah, sounds about right.
So Ty was shopping me, Stan, and Roxanne Shante in Philadelphia. They took Roxanne Shante. That's why she came out on Pop Art Records from Philadelphia.
Oh, so that label that she was on was from Philly. I never knew.
Responding to Roxanne, she got a deal while they're playing Yvonne on the record, on the radio. So now at this point, Yvonne came out after Roxanne. So it probably sounded like we were fighting off of them.
Yeah.
But needless to say that they liked the name the Microphone Prince. And they had an artist called Chill Will.
Okay.
So Ty goes out there and tells them Chill Will is the DJ for Dougie Fresh. So he has to change his name from Chill Will. The kid winds up with the name The Fresh Prince.
No.
Because of the microphone.
That's crazy, bro.
It was Prince Marky D, Prince Whipple Whip, Prince this, Prince that. It wasn't the something Prince. So I was the microphone Prince, and he was the Fresh Prince. So Fly Ty told me himself for years. He'd been telling me, they changed his name and they stole your name.
That's crazy, man. Wow.
So now the connection is that in, I think it was 88, the first time that the Grammys was shown, and rappers boycotted the Grammys because the Grammy portion of the show wasn't televised.
Correct. I remember that.
They were like, fuck that. Y'all can't use us. And then, so they boycotted the Grammy. So Fresh Prince boycotted the Grammy that night. So we was with him at a party. Tito had a fucking big party with Clark Kent downtown, his birthday.
Wow.
And then me, nice and smooth. I didn't know Tito at the time. I was at the party. They were like, yo, we're going to party at Fresh Prince house. Let's go. So I jump in. I had an Oldsmobile with the little some old, some
Color Supreme shit.
You remember like another Caprice Classic, the Delta 88s.
Oh, that was the
Delta 88.
Yeah. I remember my dad had one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me, Greg Nice, and Smooth B, and a couple of other people jumped in my car and followed these niggas. They balling. We wasn't really balling like that.
Yeah.
So we go to Fresh Prince house, and that's where I met Tito.
Wow.
It's crazy, like all these fucking things intertwined.
Facts.
And then again, that night when I met Fresh Prince, I didn't say, yo, nigga, you stole my name.
You stole part of my name.
I just left it alone.
Damn. Yo. That's that, yo, man.
And that's the night I met Tito and shit.
Yeah, let's give you a round of applause for that.
That night, Will Smith, it was a party at his crib in Philly when he still lived in Philly.
Okay.
In a nice little house or whatever. They was playing music, and somebody who got on the mic and said something, and Will Smith destroyed this nigga, kid. He got on the fucking mic and did a fucking like a battle rap. Yo, I was like,
word.
I knew he was nice. Will Smith is a nice motherfucker in hip hop.
Yeah.
He's like, clean and corny or whatever.
Nah, but he's smart.
He was nigga nice with the pen.
That nigga's MIT, man.
Whatever.
That motherfucker was MIT smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he ate this nigga up, kid.
Word.
Right in front of him.
Damn.
Like,
I remember the Fresh Prince era. Like everybody was like, parents just don't understand type shit. I think it started to go downhill when Nightmare on My Street came out. You know what I mean? I think that, but then
Yo, check this
he
out.
came back with the show, and then Summertime, and we was like, we love you again, bro.
But yo, check this out. There was another detail to the story was that they were playing Magic and was playing a record of mine when they were shopping my deal, and the record was called Girls, just girls.
Mm-hmm.
The ones with the about you girls. So it was the Microphone Prince, Girls, and then he comes out with the Fresh Prince, Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble.
Wow, and
You
that
know what
was
I'm
a
saying?
banger too. I ain't gonna lie, that was.
That was the first one. No, that shit was crazy. Shit.
That first of all, that alone,
Yeah, like
that was crazy, man. You know what I'm
you know,
saying?
he was gonna make it anyway. All these people were gonna make it regardless, but it's just just little details.